Right. Hello, hello. Just post that we're live. All right. And then let's get started here. And okay. So, last season we ended at rank 16. Woo! So, that puts us in the top 40% of ranked players. As a free-to-play account that we only played for about 8 hours over the whole month. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Yay! We got the card back. Alright. And we earn 9 bonus stars. Sweet. So that actually starts us... Awesome, that starts us at 21. So we shouldn't have to win very many games. Okay. And here's our quests that we have. So usually what I do is we just go based on whatever the 3 quests are. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start, since we only play this account once a week, we don't need to try to keep all 3 and then do all 3 at once. What happens when you do that is if you don't play for several days and then you complete all 3 quests at once, the next day it's going to refill all 3. Now, that's if you do not re-roll or click the X to try to get a new quest. So if you don't play for 3 days, you don't click the X to refresh any of your quests, and then you complete all 3, the next day you'll get 3 new ones. But since we only play this account once a week, I think it's okay here. We're going to try to re-roll, basically, and get... we're going to try to get a quest that'll give us 60 gold, or maybe even the one that gives us 100 gold for 7 wins, or the watch and learn, so we can actually just get a pack. So I think what we want to do, let's get rid of the play 30 minutes that cost 2 or less. Because since the other 2 quests both have Paladin that we can get wins for, in doing the one where we have to get 5 wins, we'll end up completing the other one. It's pretty likely that we can play minions that cost 2 or less, but let's try to reroll this one and see what we get. Okay, we got another one that costs 40. That's okay. Dealing 100 damage to enemy heroes is also easy for us to do while we try to get our wins. So, alright. So we are going to start with Tavern Brawl. And... alright. So we need to do Paladin. At least 2 wins with Paladin to complete 1 quest, and then we'll need 5 wins. So we probably don't have terribly many cards. We don't have everything unlocked yet. It's only level 1. But... Didros! Hello! Welcome! And Ringo! How are you guys doing today? Alright. Woo, so we do not have very many cards here for Paladin, but that's okay. Because if we look at the Tavern Brawl for this week, basically when a minion dies, its disguise is revealed, showing the minion to actually be a random minion that costs 2 less. So if we play a 6-cost minion, when it dies, it's going to summon a random 4-cost minion. Or if we play a 5 cost, it's going to summon a random 3 cost, etc. So we're going to want a lot of minions in here. Oh, you got the day off. Nice. That's awesome. Days off are good. Alright. Well, let's see. I think let's just kind of throw in these few. And let's just build a deck with a bunch of minions. Basically is what we're going to do. We're going to try it. Not sure how well it'll work, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. We can try doing our mechs. So we'll start with our mech warpers. Acolyte's pretty good. You drop there. I think the way we're going to look at this is pretty similar to Arena, where we want to have a lot of minions, and cards that summon multiple minions are going to be very good. Or cards that buff your other minions. And we're basically just going to play a board control game. Where we're just really going to try to make really good trades. We're going to maybe use spells or something like that to kill off. Yeah, let's put 2 of those in there. We're going to want to kill off their minions. Let's put our shredders in. The shredders are going to be really good in this format because they'll actually automatically give you another minion when they die anyways. So we're actually going to get 2 minions from them dying. Alright. And minions that cost 1 or less don't get the death rattle. Correct. Yes, because there's nothing that costs 2 less than 1. So there's no -1 cost minions. Side note, cards that give you a token summon a 1/1 boar. The token doesn't summon anything. Right. Yeah. So only the minion that you actually play. Okay. Another example, Dr. Boom, but not the Boombots. Right. Okay. Alright, let's put in our couple taunts here. We can put in our anti-Keelbot. Just looking through what we have here. The Stormwind Champions, they kind of buff our other minions, and they're pretty strong. Decent minion themselves. Plus, when these get killed off, they're going to summon a random 5-drop minion for us. So, not too bad there. We can try Mei Exna. Maybe? Alright, what does our curve look like here? Right. We don't have very many cards here. So, let's see what we can do. We may not want to play very many 1 or 2 drops, if any. There's a few minions that cost 0. Looks like I don't have any of them anyways, but here you go. Those are the 2 minions that cost 0, Target Dummy and Wisp. So if we play a minion that costs 2, we're either going to get Target Dummy or Wisp. Okay. Most people have been running top heavy decks. You can afford to hero power the first 2 or 3 turns. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Winged Creeper isn't very bad, actually. So when the Haunted Creeper dies, what it's going to do is we're either going to get the 0-2 taunt and the 2 1-1 spiders, or we're going to get a 1-1 plus the 2 1-1 spiders. It's not too terrible. We can put 1 in and see how it goes. Put in 1 raid leader. And let's see if we can get some bigger drops here. 5s and 6s. Put in the taunt. Need 6 more cards. Let's put in a couple of the more taunts here. Stranglethorn's pretty good. And Fury Harpy could be pretty good. They're definitely going to want to try to kill that, otherwise we get 8 damage out of it. Alright. So, pretty makeshift here, since we don't have a very big collection. But let's see. Silences are great. I don't think we even have any silence right now. That's so sad. And Frostwolf Warlord. We can try it. We can see how it goes. If we find that we're starting to put out a lot of minions at once, then we can maybe come back and put it in instead of something else. Well, maybe we can take out the 1 Fen Creeper and put 1 Warlord in. I think between our 4 cost and then the 6, we should hopefully have enough taunts. And somebody also suggests Mind Control Tech. I don't think we have that one either. Nope. There we go. So that's alright. I think if we are pretty minion heavy, we should be able to do a fairly good job controlling the board. We've got a few, like the Hammer of Wrath, we can use to maybe clear a few minions, plus it gives us card draw. The Blessing of Mites can help buff up some of our smaller guys, or give Divine Shield. Those are going to help us kill off their minions. So, I don't know, we'll try it. I do think this brawl favors people with a better card collection. But pretty much any of the tavern brawls where you get to build your own deck are pretty much going to favor people who have the bigger collections. Alright. So the goal is hopefully at least to get 2 wins, if not, hopefully 5, so that we can complete 2 quests. Wow, alright. I don't think we'll need to give Divine Shield yet. Yeah. Let's just try for our smaller drops here. Okay. Haunted Creeper, that's pretty good. That's a good curve. We had 2, 3, 4, 5, plus we have coin. So that's not bad. Yeah, all the building your own deck brawls. Yeah, let's coin that out and get him out there. That's why you can't play with your wife. She pretty much only has Malygos, basic cards, and a couple Knife Jugglers. Aw. Yeah. Powering up. Portals online. Well, we'll get there. I'm sure she's gonna be able to build up her collection. She can build it up over time. Now we can actually give it Divine Shield, and then hopefully it should live, and then we can buff it up next turn for 3. I wonder. We could Hero Power, but the little 1/1 isn't really going to do much, so let's just give it Divine Shield and hit face for 1. That's not much we can do. Oh, she doesn't play at all. Well, Maybe you can convince her. Or after a long time, she will have some cards. Oh, alright. Yeah, it seems like they're doing every other week. You build your own deck, and then the opposite weeks is kind of just a random deck that puts everybody on the same playing field.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay. Still can't really kill anything. Although our Sun Cleric will trade into both of those. So, I think let's just hit face. I helped her get some cards before Nax, but after that I stopped doing her dailies since she likes to watch more than play. That's funny. That's alright. Oh. Silenced. Sad. That's alright. It'll still kill off the owl at least.
Is someone injured?
Oh my goodness. Alright. We might have to put our taunt down. What is going on here? Okay.
Push forward.
And I suppose we'll just take out that shield. We're not doing a very good job of trading here, are we? Getting a little bit overwhelmed. Alright. So, next turn we have turn 5. And we've got a few options. We could just play out the Warlord. And it'll become, if he doesn't kill off anything, it'll become a 6/6. We could play the Mechanical Yeti and Blessing of Might. Oh goodness, Explosive Sheep. This is going to deal 2 damage to all minions, which actually could work pretty well in our benefit, because it's going to help us clear his board. Okay. So if we kill off the Explosive Sheep, it's going to kill those 2 guys and my guys. And that's it. Hmm. This is just sad.
Push forward.
Alright, I think we want to kill off his Mech Warper. Alright. Now we'll trade, and then we can play our cards. That way they don't get damaged. Go ahead and play out our Mechanical Yeti. And let's buff it up a little bit. Just because we can. Hopefully he doesn't have like a big game hunter. Okay. So we will have to get through his little taunt guy here. Now let's see what we draw. If we draw something like the Hammer of Wrath where we can deal damage, that's going to help us. Okay. Well, that doesn't help us terribly much. Alright, so let's take a look first at how much damage he has on the board. He's got 3, 4, 5 that he can do to us.
Let me think.
So it's possible he could have a charge minion or some spells to buff his guys up. But I kind of doubt he has enough to actually kill us this turn. I think we can... Let's just use all 6 of our mana and play out Twin Fury. And we have to kill off that little taunt guy so that we can get to his other stuff. And then next turn we can actually use this Wind Fury Harpy to trade into a couple of things here. Oh, double a minion's health. Wow, okay. And make its attack equal. Wow, we really want some silence now. And we don't even have a silence card. That is sad. Well. I think we're in trouble now. Oh boy. Alright. Well, that's not too bad. Okay, we can freeze it. Ooh, and we drew a 6 mana taunt. Okay, so we can freeze that, and taunt.
The gates are open.
And I don't think we want to attack. We want to save it a little bit so that we can maybe play out a raid leader next turn, and give our guys a little buff, and then hopefully we can kill that thing off. But we're in a little bit of trouble here. Oh boy. Sprawl might not be very good for us. What we might have to do is we might just have to come up with some little paladin deck and maybe play ranked for a little while. See if we can get a few wins from that.
Must choose quickly.
Alright, so the question is, can we kill his big 14/14? We only have 12 damage right there. But we do have the raid leader that's going to buff everything up. So I think we'll be able to kill that. And since we know the Wind Fury Harpy is going to die anyways, and we want to take advantage of the Wind Fury, we can actually kill off his Iron Fur with it first, and then use it to finish the Warden off. So we'll actually get to kill off 2 of his minions. So we'll play out the raid leader. And while we have a bunch of minions out, we might as well play out our Warlord. And let's kill off his Harpy. Or not, use our Harpy to kill off his guy there.
Farewell.
Alright. Oh, look at that! We got a piloted Shredder from that. So that's really nice. That's gonna benefit us. He did get something that could benefit him as well. Okay. Ooh, a silence. Okay. That's alright. He's still a 5/4. He does have the little attack buff. But he's still a decent sized body. And the summoning portal is gonna give us our minions for cheaper. Alright. See what he does. Okay. Acolytes. Right. I don't think we want to lay out all of our minions just yet. I think we want to take it a little bit slower. If he has a spell like a Light Bomb, which deals the attack of every minion, basically whatever the attack of every minion is, it deals that amount of damage to itself for all minions, and that could be a really good board clear for him. So if he has something like that, we don't want to play all of our cards and have nothing. Alright, so let's make a couple trades here. See what happens. Kill off his Natpego, we don't want him drawing extra cards.
It is very hard.
Alright, let's play out our big guy here. And let's play out our Acolyte. And then we can use our Hero Bearer, just because. Because we can. So we still put out a decent board. We have a really big board out there. But if he does have some sort of AoE damage, okay, so he's doing some more inner fire. Okay. Well, this is a pretty good spot for us. I think we're in a good spot. Let's see. We can use our small guy here to trade.
To battle!
And this guy's silenced anyway, so let's go ahead and kill him off. And we don't really need the summoning portal at this point. We have full mana, so we're pretty much going to be able to play whatever we want. And now we can actually use our Acolyte and trade into his Wisp and take advantage of this card draw.
I must move quickly.
And let's trade there. This also gives us another card. And I really like playing out our Shredder. And just in case he's got something crazy that can do a lot of damage, let's heal ourselves up. So we've got a lot of minions on the board. We've still got cards in our hand. We have the Acolyte to help draw us cards. I think we're sitting pretty good here. We definitely have the advantage at this point. We're just over halfway through our decks.
I wonder. Your opponent's left.
Alright! Woo! I don't know if he got disconnected or something, but... Oh, look at that! That was a third win also. Whoa! Look at that! Almost hit 3. Awesome. Oh, True Silver! Oh, perfect. Okay. True Silver is really, really good weapon. We might want to put that in our deck. And we got a pack, and we got some more gold. Alright. So, let's see. Let's actually go back, and why don't we look and see. Let's open our pack real quick, because I like opening packs. Alright, here we go. Come on, lucky pack, give us something good. Give us something good that we can use in these brawls to build our decks. Alright, nope. So we only see the blue, which is a rare, and every pack has at least the one rare, plus 4 other cards. So let's see what we get here. Earthen Ring Farseer, Wind Fury Harpy, Argent Squire, Naturalize, and the rare is Felguard. Alright. The Earthen Ring Farseer is pretty good, actually. That might help us in some decks. So we can go to our crafting section here, and... Okay, it looks like one of the commons, I think the Wind Fury Harpy, probably. We had more than 2 of. Alright. Let's go back into our Tavern Brawl. And we'll click edit our deck because we want to add in these awesome new True Silver champions. So they give us a weapon, we can trade and kill off his minions with these, and then use our minions to just go face. It heals us a little bit. So they're really good here. Alright, so let's take a look at something that we might want to take out. Maybe we take out one of each of these. Definitely have a really high curve. Centered around the 4s. That's alright. Okay. So let's put in both of those. And if he doesn't have any minions out, kind of like what happened at the end of last game, then that just gives us another 4 damage we can use to attack his face. Alright. So now, if we win this one, then we'll have completed 1 quest already. And we'll need 3 more wins, and then we'll complete the 2nd quest. And most likely, by the time that we've finished 5 wins, we should have done 100 damage to enemy heroes.
I must protect.
So that means we'll have completed all 3 quests, which would be really awesome. Okay, Mech Warper and Piloted Shredder is really good start here. We can play out the Mech Warper, and the following turn, as long as it doesn't get killed off, the Piloted Shredder will cost 1 less, and we can play that. So that's a really good start. Razorfen, that's not bad. Do we want to keep it, or do we want to go for a smaller drop? I think we can keep it. It's fine. Okay. All right. Nice. So we got the Shattered Sun Cleric as well. Okay. So part of me says coin out the Mech Warper. But the downside to doing that is we don't have anything else to actually do on turn 2. So if we had something else to do on turn 2, then I would definitely do that. He could have charge minions, or he could have a Wrath, which he gets to choose either doing 3 damage to a minion, or doing 1 damage to a minion and drawing a card. So he could have that and kill off our Mech Warper. So I think we can just play it on turn 2 and hope that he doesn't have anything to kill it. Alright. And now this way, even if he does kill off this Mech Warper, then our Shredder is going to cost 4 again. But because we have so many, we have a few 3-drops, we have several 4 cost cards, we can actually coin something out that costs 4 if he were to kill this off. Okay, so now he's looking at he could trade in this Loot Hoarder and Hero Power to kill off the Mech Warper. So if we wanted to, we actually could play out the Sun Cleric and buff that up a little bit. So he couldn't do that. We want to play around that.
Let me think.
But then the downside is then we give him this minion that is an easy kill right there. So I think just playing out the Shredder is fine. And go face. Sorry guys, my lips are chapped. Okay. Ooh, an Innervate. Ooh! Piloted Sky Golem, that is really nice. It's like the even better version of our Piloted Shredder. Ooh, wow. Okay. That is a scary sky golem. Alright, so here we actually can play out our True Silver and trade into it and then kill it off with our Mech Warper.
I wonder.
Or, yeah, that's pretty much our only option. We could trade both of these in, but I think just True Silver.
For justice.
We're gonna take some damage to the face.
Okay.
Can't really do anything else. Alright.
Your magic shall not save me.
Silence. Definitely, everyone's using silence. It's understandable. It even in this Tavern Brawl silences the fact that they get a minion when they die. Not just the Shredder, but any minion. If he silences our Lord of the Arena, it wouldn't play out a 4-drop when it dies. So the silence is definitely really good in this arena. Okay. So we can actually use the Shattered Sun Cleric here and play it onto our Piloted Shredder, which is going to make it a 5 attack. So we can kill off this guy there, his taunt, and we'll have enough mana. We actually could coin out the Razorfen Hunter as well to get some more minions out on our board.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Move quickly.
And we're going to trade into his 2/4 here.
Justice.
Because we heal for 2 and then this minion does 2, pretty much just cancels out. So we're going to stay at the same health that we were.
Don't mess.
And we'll use coin and play this guy out. So now we have a better board. He can trade his 1/1 in, or he can hero power and kill off our 1/1. And he could trade his 4/3 and kill off our buffed guy. But this is going to give us at least a couple minions that we can maybe play with Warlord and buff him up, or we can put our taunt up. Okay. Alright, there's that Wrath I was talking about earlier. And a Wild Growth. Okay. Alright, so we might want to just trade both of these guys in and kill his guy off. But I think before we do that, we can play our Warlord.
Push forward.
And we'll get some minions, and he'll get a minion.
I'll never tell.
Okay. So now he only has 3 possible damage that we can see. So he still needs 8 more damage to kill us this turn. Howard the Dave! Hello! In before lunch. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Alright. I think we can actually kill that off. We play out our Stormwind. That's going to make that a 7. And that one's going to be a 3. So we can use both of those guys and kill his taunt off.
I wonder.
So we just want to keep trading and killing off his minions. Try to keep some of our minions alive at the same time. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, what? Wow. That is crazy. Okay. Wow. I I guess we'll just hit face.
Move quickly.
Attacking the Fel Reaver isn't gonna really do anything. So hopefully he has no way to do 3 more damage to us. Oh no. Well, this is not good. Not good. Alright. We'll play the taunt.
Sorrow.
Ooh, okay. He did have a big game hunter in there. Ooh, Sneed's old shredder. Alright. Oh, another taunt. Oh! Oh my goodness. Alright.
For the Alliance!
Alright, so let's kill those guys off. Oh no. I messed that up. Oh, we got a big taunt. That's good. Alright. So what I messed up there is I should have attacked with that smaller guy first. Because attacking with the Stormwind Champion, we lost the buff on our other minions.
The light does not discriminate.
So it actually made us 1 damage short of killing his minion.
Where shall I strike?
Oh my goodness. Oh, a charge. Oh no! Wow. We were pretty close though. At least we were getting pretty good at defending there. We could have had it. And we hit 3. Ooh, at 4 we get Consecration. That's another really important Paladin card. Alright, we've done 14. Alright, let's just go ahead and get into the next one. We've done 14 out of 100 damage to enemy heroes. So not not terribly much, but we'll get there, we'll get there. I think we should be able to... Hopefully we complete all 3 quests. And that'll give us quite a bit of gold. We're already at, what, about 230 gold? So it might put us maybe near 400 gold. And Jack-Lantern Fun! Hello! Welcome! I think we can keep the 3 drop here. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm glad that we at least have a 3 drop instead of a hand completely full of big minions. And alright. He's being really aggressive. Alright, well, I think we'll hero power. That's all we have to do. Cost 2 mana and we have 2 mana. Let's do it. I just lost a 5-3 arena. Aw. But that means you at least got 5 wins, right? That's not bad. That's more than average. Okay. Woo! Now we have 3 mana and we can play our Razorfen Hunter.
The battle!
Alright. He's just gaining armor like crazy here. For us with our measly, sad little card collection. But we are gonna fight. That is for sure. We're not giving him a free win. Nope. I'm still really new. I started with the Cupcake card back. Okay, yeah, so that's only maybe 2 months? Let's see. Roll May, June. Yeah, 2 or 3 months old. So yeah, that's... Hey, 5 wins is impressive. That's awesome. Nothing to be ashamed of. Okay. So we have a few options. We can play out our Tiger. and maybe use our minions to trade and kill off both of his. We can use our weapon, kill off his minion, his knife juggler. We can use Hammer of Wrath to kill that off.
I wonder.
But here, I actually kind of like using the weapon. Because if we look at what we have in our hand, it's turn 6 next turn. We have two 6 drops we could play. Turn after that, we have a 7. So,
For justice.
I think let's use that. And let's just use one of our small guys. And just go face with everything else. Oh, we'll kill off his little 1/1 that spawned there. Okay. Let's see. My best was 6 with a priest. So close to 7. Hey, that's awesome. I am not very good with priest. I have not played very much priest. Alright. Let's see here.
I wonder.
Let's just trade with our faith. And we're gonna use our taunt guy because he's not gonna die. So we want to try to make trades so that our minions stay alive. And let's play out the Wind Fury. See if we can't get some damage out of that. Let's see. How long have I been playing? Well, pretty much I've been playing since open beta, so quite a while. I was very, very casual for a long time.
What now?
I just kind of played and was like, hey, this is a fun game, you know, I'll play a little bit here and there. But basically the beginning of this year, or like in February-ish, I decided that I really liked this game, and I was like, I want to get really, really good at this, and I want to be like a professional, be awesome. And so I started listening to a bunch of podcasts and really getting into watching streams and tournaments and playing as much as I could. Basically just trying to learn and do as much as I could with it. So kind of been playing since beta, since it kind of came out, but been playing a lot the past several months, 6 months maybe. Alright. Okay. That's not bad. Alright. So, with this Deathbite that he has, when that Death Rattle goes off, it's going to kill our Abusive Sergeant here. If we don't do something with it. And if we let him keep his minion, he's just going to trade that into our guy, and then have our guy also die from his weapon. So, we probably just want to use our guy, our Abusive Sergeant here, and kill off his minion. And I think 7 mana. Let's just use the full 7. And let's buff up our minions, especially...
Caught one!
Oh my goodness, wow, that scared me. Sorry, guys. We got a follower! Jack Lantern Fun! Thank you so much for that follow. You rock. Hopefully that was not super, super loud for you guys. Let me know if that was, like, way, way loud. Hopefully you guys didn't, like, just see me jump out of my skin. Oh my gosh. Alright. Oh, I'm a dork. Okay.
Defensive systems online.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, unless he's got something else, we've got quite a bit of damage here. Yay! We won a second one! So we completed 1 quest. And we hit 4! Awesome. Okay, so we have Consecration now. 4 mana spell, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Awesome. Alright. It was okay, a bit loud. I am from the United States. I don't usually share the exact place. So, mid-United States. Alright. Well, let's see if we can go and get 3, 4, and hopefully 5 wins! And hopefully, in the process, deal 100 damage to enemy heroes. Alright.
Your soul shall be.
From Spain. That's awesome. It's too hot. It's too hot in Spain. Alright. I think we can keep the 3 drop here. So go ahead and try to get some of our smaller drops. Well, that's not quite what I meant. But maybe. Maybe we can use that.
Job's done.
Okay. So if we don't draw something that costs 2 mana, we might just have to do our hero power again for turn 2. Oh wow. Okay, so he actually is dealing damage directly to our face. I'm surprised he didn't save that to kill off some of our minions.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Uh-oh. I'm dropping frames really bad. Okay.
Let me think.
Mech Warper is not bad. Okay, so we actually did use a Mortal Coil to kill our little 1/1. Let's go ahead and actually just play out the Razorfen Hunter because we'll get 2 minions for the 3 mana. And let's see what we can do with it. Okay. Excuse me. Alright. So, for 4 mana, we could play out Mech Warper and Hero Power. We could do something like Raid Leader and put a Divine Shield on something, or Raid Leader and buff one of our guys up. I kind of like the Divine Shield. And I kind of want to put it on the Raid Leader. Because having the Raid Leader, no matter however many other minions we have on the board, we're just getting that many more attack. We're getting that much more attack damage to his face. Plus, that's going to make this a bigger threat. So he's going to want to silence that or attack that to trade into it, so he's going to leave our other minions alone a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so we don't really have very many options here. So we want to take out his Annoyatron. And let's play our Mech Warper, and let's just use up all of our mana. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to do this Blessing of Might. I'm deciding we can either trade and kill off his Bloodsail Rider, or we can just go face for 5 damage. I think if he trades here, we probably don't care as much about that. And if he uses maybe his 1/1 and takes out the shield and then trades, we're still getting to kill that guy off, but we also did the 5 damage to his face. So we got that damage in. And we knew he wanted to do that trade anyways, because it's a big threat. Okay. So ideally we want to play out one of these 6 mana cost cards.
Let me
I think that's what we want to do. We could use the Hammer of Wrath and do 3 damage to his taunt, and then maybe go face for 4 damage here. But I think if we put the minion out, that's going to threaten him a little bit more. Especially followed by the turn 7 Stormwind Champion.
Let me think.
We might actually be able to, if he trades and kills off our Harpy, we can do a little bit more
Move quickly.
with our Hammer of Wrath by killing his bigger guy, instead of just using it on a 0/3. Okay.
You gotta be kidding me!
Oh wow, that's a really good drop for us. Pit Lord. Okay. So we actually could just spend the 7 mana and buff up our minions and make some really good trades here. I think we're gonna do that.
The might of Stormwind.
Alright. So no matter how we trade here, our minions are gonna die anyways. So start killing these guys off here. Oh my goodness, Grommash.
Suck steel!
And I guess we'll just hit 1 damage to the face with that guy. Okay. Alright, so we need to do 4 damage to this guy here. So we can do 3 of it with Hammer of Wrath. And we know we're going to want to kill this guy off. So let's see what we draw. Oh, we're 1 mana short. We can't play that this turn. Okay. Oh, but we now do have a combo with our Undertaker and Haunted Creeper. Undertaker is going to get +1 attack when we play a minion with Death Rattle. So that kind of works in our favor a little bit.
Reporting for duty.
And I think we're just going to go face here. His minion is going to get buffed when it takes damage, so he's probably going to start trading into our minions to make his guy bigger. So we're just going to go face and get our damage in.
What's happening?
Right. So let's see what he chooses to kill off here. Okay. So I don't think he's going to have enough damage to make us worry that we're going to die on the next turn. So we probably don't need to play out the taunt yet. We can build up our board a little bit more. So we can play out this minion first and buff up one of our other guys, and then play out Frostwolf Warlord to put out a big minion. And Jared, hello! How are you today? Okay, so what do we want to buff up here?
Think.
We can buff up this little dragon egg, and
I must move quickly.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
we can trade it.
The battle.
And we killed off some of our minions before finishing our trades. Or, we killed off minions before playing our Frost Warlord. Bleh. Warlord. My goodness, I cannot talk today. Mal'Ganis! Alright. Mal'Ganis is good. Alright. So if we use our big guy here to kill his Mal'Ganis, do we have 6 damage? We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yep. We can just kill his Mal'Ganis and then kill him. Yay!
Push forward.
Alright, woo! Alright, so what is that? 3 wins now for us? So if we get 2 more wins with Paladin, then we'll have completed the second quest. Look at that. Level 5. Awesome, and look at that. We're at 72 out of 100 damage to enemy heroes. So we need 28 more damage. And we still have to get 2 more wins. So we're going to be able to kill or defeat an opponent by doing 30 damage to them. So after 1 win, we should have that quest complete. So wow, we're cruising through these today. Awesome. It's going to give us a lot of gold.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Okay.
Victory.
Maximus.
I will.
Oh wow, this is really nice. Ooh, I like this hand a lot. So we have a starter 2-drop, we've got a 3 cost, and we have 2 4 costs, but we also have the coin. So we can play any of these 1 turn ahead. So we have some minions, we've got this Acolyte's going to give us card draw. You can say we have removal, we have ways to kill his minions. So I really like that, I think we're going to keep it. So he actually plays the target dummy in his deck? I don't get it. Kitty, nobody wants to see you. Okay. Even though we don't have a very good turn 2 play, I kind of like coining out the Haunted Creeper right here. Yeah. Because we can easily kill off his guy, his taunt here. Oh. Okay. So, that's all the play we have. Just go ahead and use our hero power and then hit that for 1.
What's the flight plan?
So now for turn 3, we can actually play out this Shattered Sun Cleric and buff up our Haunted Creeper. And we'll just use our 1/1 to trade and kill off his taunt. And then our buffed up Creeper will be able to trade into his Micro Machine.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
And even though our Hunted Creeper will die, we'll get 2 1/1s out of it. So we'll actually end up with an extra minion from it. Alright. So here, he can actually use his flying machine and start picking off our little 1/1s. Looks like that's what he's gonna do. He doesn't want us to have a bunch of minions.
For the war chief!
Okay. So he gave us a pretty good trade here. So I think what we'll do, let's use our small guys here. Kill off his taunt. And then we'll trade up. And when people say that they're trading up, what they mean is they're using a smaller cost minion to kill off something that costs more. Do we want to use our weapon, or do we just want to play out Shredder?
Let me think.
Let's play out the Shredder. Now, another thing, if you guys don't know, Piloted Shredder is a really good minion to play in between other minions, because it's going to summon a random 2-cost minion when it dies, and there's a chance you can get, like, Direwolf Alpha, which is a 2-cost minion that will give adjacent minions +1 attack. So that could benefit you. Okay. Alright, so he's trading up as well. There are other cards that could drop from the Piloted Shredder that could benefit you. But Direwolf Alpha is the biggest one that comes to mind. Alright, let's go ahead. Now that we, especially since we have the second True Silver, we can go ahead and play out one of them. And instead of using the 4 attack to hit his little Cogmaster, let's just use our 2/2 here. It's gonna kill it and it doesn't die.
For justice.
And we'll just go face with everything else. Now if we'd have used the Tidehunter to trade into his guy, our minion would have died as well. So trying to find ways to kill his minions while keeping our minions alive is really, really important for board control.
What now?
Okay. And we're waiting to see what he does. Really deciding between his cards.
To Northrend!
Okay, Argent Commander. Nice. So if he uses that to trade into one of our minions, we get a really nice trade there. We can just send our little Murloc guy in. And let's do that and see what happens first before we play anything. Ooh, wow, okay. That's really good. We actually can kill it. We can play, or use our weapon and our little 1/1 and kill that guy off. And for 6 mana, I don't know if we really need to play out the taunts. It's kind of like putting out the Harpy first.
For justice. To battle.
Okay. So if he can't kill off the Harpy, we can do 8 damage with that. We also could equip our weapon and attack him for face with that. So we could potentially be doing 12 damage to his face. I love the sounds on that. That's hilarious. Alright, so he had an execute. Now, oh, I love Axe Flinger! Oh, and this guy. Okay, this is fantastic. I love this. So, Divine Shield, we can actually put our taunt out and put the Divine Shield on our taunt guy. That could be pretty good. Let's see, we could use our weapon and clear his minion. And then maybe we play out our Razorfen Hunter to give us 2 more minions on the board. We could play out the Acolyte for 3 as well. But we have such card advantage right now. We have so many more cards in our hand than he does. That I like having the 2 minions on the board instead of having just 1. Oh, we could have traded and killed that. Mistake! Mistakes were made. Because what would have happened is we actually could have traded, killed off his minion, and we still would have gotten the 2 damage to his face. Because the Axe-Flinger does 2 damage to his face when it gets damaged. Okay. Alright. Let's see.
I wonder.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is putting the Divine Shield on our minion here so that we can attack with our weapon and attack with this guy. And all it'll do is clear off the Divine Shield. So we still keep our minion, we clear his taunt, then we can do our Axe-Flinger trade. And in addition to playing the Divine Shield, we can also put out our taunt and our Acolyte. And we definitely build up a nice board. Oh no, the button's broken. Spam click it until it goes. That's how it works. Alright. So even with this minion that gives him 4 attack, he can't clear the taunt. Alright, well now he can with the weapon. So he might trade into our... no? He just goes face? Okay. Wow, how much damage do we have? 2, 4, 6. That'd be 9. Okay.
Let me think.
Let's start by trading in and drawing a card. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. I actually like this. We can't... If... We don't have enough mana to play a 5 and a 6 drop, and we don't have enough mana to play 2 5s yet. So let's go ahead and put another minion out, just using our hero power. And then play out this Warlord here and get him all nice and beefy. And we're gonna save the Blessing of Might, so that if we're really close to pushing lethal, then we can just use that and kill him off. Or if we need to put it on a small minion to trade into a big taunt or something like that, we can do that as well. Alright, let's count how much damage we have. We have 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Alright, so see, we are close. So now playing out this Blessing of Might actually will give us lethal. Yay! Alright. Sweet. Perfect. And awesome. All the way into 6. And look at that. We got another 3 wins, so 10 more gold from that. Humility. Alright, there's the 100 damage to enemy heroes. 10 gold from our 3 wins. We're just rocking and rolling with this today, and we need one more win. Awesome. Alright, well, let's do it. Surprisingly, we're actually doing really well. Considering that we have a very limited card collection. I think the thing that's helping us the most is thinking about how the brawl is going to work. You know, okay, well, people are going to be wanting to play minions, and we're going to get additional minions for the minions we play, essentially. So we play a minion, and when it dies, it's going to give us another one. We want to trade and try to get some of our smaller drops here. So that's pretty similar to how Arena works. You know, people are going to be wanting to play their minions. They're going to want their minions to survive. So the board control is a huge aspect of this. Some of the other brawls where it was based on spells you played, other cards or variations may have been more helpful. Loatheb, that prevents or makes your opponent's spells cost 5 more, you know, the next turn. Let's just play that. He's probably just going to trade into it and heal himself up and draw a card, but we don't really have another play. So just thinking about how we want to approach just this brawl as in general. You know, we want to have a little bit of things like our weapons and a few spells to kind of help clear his minions a little bit. That way we can use our minions only to make good trades if we can get them. You know, trading our little 1 or 2 drop into his 4 drop and killing it off is a good example. Alright, let's just go ahead and trade here. So like that little taunt guy that we just got for free, we actually got a use out of him because we buffed him up. So things like that, if we're keeping those in mind, I think that's actually helping us a lot in this brawl. It's not just like, oh cool, we're gonna get minions and let's just throw all these big guys in a deck and see what happens. You know, we're trying to think about it a little bit so that we can get some wins out of it. Okay, True Silver. I think that's gonna be our play here. It's really it's a mana efficient play for sure. But now we can actually kill off his minion and we can just go face with our minions.
Job's done.
Okay. So even though we don't have a big card collection, and we don't have a lot of, you know, big minions and big tough guys and legendaries like a lot of these other people do, we have a more core focused, I guess, way of looking at it. Okay, so we've got a few options here. We can play out the Warlord, and it's going to get buffed to a 5/5. We could do something like Blessing of Might and trade there, but because we have the weapon, I don't think we need to do that. But if we're going to play out a 5/5, I think we should play out the 5/5 with stealth. So that's probably the best play there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attack his minion with our weapon, and that's going to make it a 1/1. And now we actually get a really good trade, and our minion still lives. So now he can trade this Argent Protector that he just got into our guy. But we also will get something in return. Ooh, Flesh-Eating Ghoul. See, that's another pretty good one. If you're focused on killing your opponent's minions and making trades, then having this minion who's going to get buffed up when minions die is a pretty good strategy. Okay. Then let's see what we draw here. Alright, Mech Warper. That's not going to do terribly much for us. So, we could do something like play the Blessing of Might onto our little guy and trade. But that kind of feels like a waste when we can trade our Tiger and both of our minions survive. So, and I really like playing out the Wind Fury Harpy. Plus it uses all of our mana, so we're playing on curve. And I guess I should have traded there. I keep doing that, don't I? Now he gets a really good trade and kills off our Tiger. I'm not used to minions spawning other minions. Alright, so this guy is just a 4-1 stealth with spell power. But we don't really have anything that's gonna benefit from spell power. Maybe our Hammer of Wrath. It would deal 4 damage and draw us a card instead of dealing 3. Which could be pretty good. Alright. So now we've got a few options. Now would be a good time we could do the Blessing of Might. Give a minion +3 attack and put it on our small guy. Get a good trade.
Let me think.
We could just play out our Stormwind Champion and trade our little mini mage because he's going to have 5 attack. So I kind of like this one better because it gives us a big minion as well. Plus it gives us a good trade. And then we just get to go face with our other beefed up minions. Okay. And so now, once we start getting to the mid game, turns 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of in there, and you know, maybe between 15 and 20 health, that's generally when I try to start looking and seeing, okay, do we even have lethal? Do we have a chance to kill him? And right now we have 10, 13, 16 damage. So we're 1 off. So since we're 1 off, we might want to focus a little bit and actually try to kill off this minion. Or at least see what we can do about it. We could buff up our Stormwind Champion and trade, but unfortunately this guy's going to get buffed when we play a spell, so our Stormwind Champion would die. So I don't really like that very much. We could trade the Stormwind and our small guy and kill him off. That could work.
I must move quickly.
Alright, I think we'll do that final trade, but we're going to play out a couple of these guys first here. And let's just use our hero power. Alright, and we're going to save that Blessing of Might. Or lethal. Hopefully. Alright. Alright, so he put out a taunt. But I think we'll be okay. We should be able to deal with that fairly easily. Oh my goodness, we got a 7-4 from that. Nice. Okay. So let's look at how much damage we have here. Let's say we use the 7-4 to kill off his taunt. Our other minions are 4, 7, 10. Plus 3 from our Blessing of Might. Alright, but now he healed, so let's see if we can figure out another way to kill this guy off. We can give the 3 attack to our 2 minion, our 2 attack, and that would kill it off, and then we'd have 7, 10, 14, 15. So we have exact lethal with that. Kitty, nobody wants to see you. Alright, woo! Awesome, so we got all 5 of our wins. Awesome, so we've completed, and look at that. We went from level 1 to level 7 with those 5 wins, and we completed a 60 gold quest. So if let's see, that should actually be all 3 of our quests. Look at that, perfect. So we're up to 390 gold from that now. So we need 310 more, and then we can do the next wing of Naxxramas, which would be really cool. We would get some good cards. Stone Skin Gargoyle. It's not used very often. Unstable Ghoul is very, very popular right now in the Patron Warrior deck that's going around. And Sludge Belcher and Loatheb are used a lot in a lot of decks, a lot of different decks. So these are some really good cards to have. So this second wing is really going to be important and help us out. So once we get 700 gold from that, that's going to be nice. Okay, so we don't have any quests to do. And wow, okay. So I suppose what we can do for a little while is let's just try to win. Looks like we may have to win 2 games. And then we'll earn the card back for the month. Okay, so I'm not sure what's in these decks here. Alright. Okay, it's kind of a mech shaman deck. Alright, so there is the list. So maybe we'll try Shaman. And then hopefully we can get maybe even the 2 wins to get down to 20. And I think that might even 1 win would probably push us to level 10 for our Shaman. So that could be one of our next goals, is trying to get all of our classes at least up to 10. And then from there maybe we can take all of our classes up to 20 and 30, etc. as we level them. I think if we try to level them pretty evenly, that would be pretty interesting.
Thrall versus Valir.
I don't think many people do that.
Watch your back.
For Doom.
Okay. I think we're going to want to clear all of this out. We want to go for our 1 and 2 drops. So our Clockwork Gnomes, Cogmasters. Actually, Acidic Swamp Ooze is pretty good in this matchup against a rogue. Or any weapon class, really. Okay, we don't want to use that. We're going to use Rockbiter to clear his minions or push for damage. Kind of like we did with that Blessing of Might in our Brawl. Okay, and then if he doesn't use a weapon, I think we just want to hold the ooze. So if we don't draw something else that costs 1 or 2 that we could use, we might just end up using our hero power for turn 2. Oh my goodness.
soon.
Is he AFK or disconnected or something? What's going on? Alright, well. Ooh, piloted shredder, that's nice. Alright, so I think here we just hero power. For turn 3, we might end up playing Ooze, Rockbiter, depending on what he does. Okay. Ooh, okay, we can actually play out Loot Hoarder. So here, we could put it on our minion, on our totem, but I don't think we mind taking the 3 damage. Plus that helps keep our minion alive.
Elements guide me.
And then let's play out this Loot Hoarder. So it still uses our 2 mana. It's going to give us card draw, and we're still saving our Ooze to get rid of his weapons. Okay. And then turn 4, we'll probably play out our piloted shredder. And again, we want to play that in between our other minions. Or as much as we can. Oh wow, 2 taunts. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to play it on this side. That way, just in case we decide to use our hero power, that automatically goes to the right. So our shredder would be in between the 2. Or we can play out minions and play them wherever we want to be around that shredder.
Tazdingo! Yeah.
Alright. And he's got his own taunt. Alright, so here I think maybe we just play out one of the taunts. And we already do have a mech in play, so maybe we can play out the Cogmaster. And we're going to play those around the sides of the shredder. And we're just going to leave it, because what would happen is we would attack, and our guy would actually die and his would stay alive. So we don't want to do that. We want to wait until we can get the better trade. Now, also, turn 6, for our turn 6, we could use our Rocketeer, and that's going to have charge. So we actually could play that out and kill his taunt.
Taste the mana.
Okay. I think let's do that. And then we'll just go face with everything else. Now, unfortunately, he did kill our piloted shredder, which was a mech. So our Cogmaster lost the +2 attack. But we can get it back pretty easily with the Clockwork Gnomes in our hand.
What you looking at?
Okay, Boulder Fist, Ogre. Alright. Ooh, we can Hex. We could Hex that if we wanted to. Kind of a big guy.
I wonder.
You know, let's go ahead and do that. And let's use our hero power.
I'll fix you.
And let's play out our Clockwork Gnomes here. And just push damage with everything else. Now, he could have something... Oh, okay, or he quits! Woo! Awesome! Yay! Alright. Yay, we did hit 10 from that. Awesome.
You've
Great.
earned all the basic cards for this class.
Yay! Alright, so we have Fire Elemental now. Super good. We might actually have to add this. A lot of people argue that this may be one of the best cards in the game. Alright. So we may actually, let's go back and add that into our deck. Because it's just awesome. Oops, that's not the one we want. Shaman. So we can take out the Rocketeer, maybe. And... take out the Wind Fury card. And let's put these two guys in. Nice. So we still have a really low curve, so a lot of our cards cost 1 and 2. And we don't have very many 5 and up cost cards. Those Fire Elementals, if we're maybe getting a little behind, if they're putting out some bigger threats than what we can deal with, those guys will help us deal with those. We can use them to deal 3 damage to the opponent's face. You know, help clear a taunt. Anything like that. So those are going to be... plus they're a pretty good body, is 6/5. So we're doing damage, or we're clearing one of his minions, and we're putting out a good big minion of our own at the same time, which is really awesome. Alright. The sand isn't bad, actually. We can use all of these. I think we'll just keep this. Ooh, and a Hex.
I can fix anything.
Job's done.
Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we'll just play out the Cogmaster. Alright. Mana Worm. Okay. And he's coining. Arcane Missiles. Okay. Please only hit 1 to this guy. Yes! So now we can actually play out our Flame Tongue Totem and clear his Mana Worm. Now we just hope that he doesn't have a Frostbolt, which is a 2-mana spell. It's to deal 3 damage and freeze an enemy. Yep. Okay. Well, we got to use it at least. Let's go ahead and just play one of these Loot Hoarders. He might use his hero power and kill it off, which would be fine for us because we get a card draw out of it, and he's using his hero power instead of playing a card. So that puts him a little bit behind. Alright, and we're not going to play the Flame Tongue Totem out immediately. We're actually going to use our hero power instead. And then, if he keeps our minions alive, or even one of them, then we can play the Flame Tongue next turn and get immediate attack value from any minions that we do have on the board. Do we want to Hex that? I think we do. And what we're going to do, so we know we're going to Hex that. It's going to turn into a 0/1 taunt. But what we want to do is we want to get damage to face first, instead of having to go through the taunt. So we're going to use our 2 mana and attack face. So we just did 7 damage to the face, and then we can Hex and get rid of his guy. Because we know we can do 1 damage to it next turn to kill the taunt off. But we wanted to push that damage first. Okay, so there's his second Frostbolt. So we know he doesn't have any more of those. Unfortunately, we're out of our Flame Tongue Totems. Okay. So here we could play our Fire Elemental and maybe kill off his little voodoo doctor, but I don't think we need to do that. I think we can... We can use our Rock Biter to clear it instead. And again, we don't really care about taking that 2 damage. We have 5 mana left. Let's go ahead and we don't need to heal. The Antique Heal Bot's going to heal us for 8, but we don't need to do that. So let's play out our 3-2. Alright. And we could have waited and done our totem first to see which one we wanted to buff. But I don't mind buffing up that 1-1 here, because we're playing against a mage. So the mage could just use his hero power and kill that guy off. But now he can't because we buffed it up. Alright, and he actually spends a silence to kill it. Okay, so let's see what his secret is. Okay, so his secret could be Mirror Entity, which is going to make a copy of whatever minion we play. So let's play out this taunt guy and see if it's Mirror Entity. Yep, okay. And we've got a few ways to kill that off. Next turn we could actually use the Fire Elemental to deal 3 to it and trade. So I don't think we need to hex it or try to do anything crazy right now. Let's just leave it.
What to do? What to do?
Okay.
I wonder.
And we're waiting for him to decide what he wants to do. So turn 7 for the mage. He could be playing Flame Strike, which is a 7 mana spell that deals 4 damage to all enemy minions.
Time runs out on me.
That would almost clear our board. But I think if he had that, he probably would have played it already to kill off our guys. So, not sure what he's got. He also could have gone AFK, or could be having connection issues or something like that. So let's get our big guy out there now. And what we're gonna deal the 3 damage to it. And we're going to trade with our taunt, our Senjin, because it still lives. If we used the Sun Cleric, our cleric would die.
Push forward.
And let's just hero power. We could play out our Annoyatron, but we've already got 2 other taunts out there, so I think just using the hero power is fine.
Time runs out on me.
Okay, maybe he got disconnected or something.
Your opponent left.
Alright, looks like it. Wow. So, if that happens, if you guys see that and they're not dying, just you do something. Make an action. Go to attack, play a card, something like that, and it'll trigger that. Yay! Awesome. So we already hit 20 for the season, and look, we got another 3 wins, so we got 10 more gold. That's going to put us at 400 gold. Yes! So we are getting there. We're getting up there. And now our shaman is level 10. Awesome. Okay. And I think we've got a little bit more time. We can do another one here. Let's just stick with the shaman. And then let's see, we'll be at 400. So we just need 300 more gold, and then we can do the next wing of Naxxramas. So we probably won't get that next week unless we just play a lot and get a bunch of wins and complete all 3 quests, or, you know, something insane like if we get the 100 gold quest and we get like a 60 and another 60 and get just all sorts of wins, then maybe, but alright, let's see. I don't think we need these ones yet. We don't need to hex immediately. The 6 mana is just too high. We do have coins, so we could play Mechanical Yeti on turn 3. Plus it goes well with the Cogmaster if the Cogmaster lives. Okay, Acidic Swamp Ooze probably isn't going to help us in this situation against priests, because priests don't have weapons.
Greetings, friend.
And let's just go ahead, let's play out the Cogmaster for 1. And what we can actually do is maybe turn 2 we'd play out our Flame Tongue Totem, and then we still get to attack for 3 with our Cogmaster anyways, because the Flame Tongue gives it +2 attack for adjacent minions. Alright. So we at least get to get 3 damage in. He might have a way to kill off the Flame Tongue Totem. If so, I mean, we can still coin out our Mechanical Yeti on turn 3. And looks like he's just going to heal, so he doesn't have anything to do, which is really good for us. And we're going to play it on the other side of the Flame Tongue.
I'll fix you.
And now our Cogmaster is even bigger because we have the mech, plus it's getting the +2 from the Flame Tongue. So this little 1-drop
Is
is
someone injured?
very scary and has done a lot of damage
We
already.
must cleanse the Sunwell.
Alright. So we probably want to make some trades here. Let's see.
I wonder.
I'll fix you.
Gonna trade with the Cogmaster into his Sun Cleric first. Just so that our Mechanical Yeti takes 1 less damage. And let's Hero Power. And we'll play out one of our Loot Hoarders. We're gonna play it on this opposite side of the Flame Tongue,
Job done.
so that it gets buffed up. And let's see, for turn 5, we probably don't need to play out our Heal Bot. We're not even damaged right now.
Tazdingo! Yes.
So we may play out our other Loot Hoarder. Let's see what we draw as well. Okay. Well,
Give me that.
unfortunately we don't have enough damage. We're gonna have to trade with both of our guys.
Hey, give me
So
that.
let's trade with the Loot Hoarder first because it's gonna draw us a card. Okay. And we'll make that trade. Now, the priest could have Shadow Word Death, which is going to kill a minion. It destroys a minion with 5 attack or more. And because this has the added attack, that is considered
There is little
a 6 attack minion right now. So maybe we don't want to buff that guy up anymore because he's already a target. So we'll just play out our taunt. Okay, a light spawn. And he's buffing it up. Okay. If we drew... Oh, I was going to say, if we draw a Hex, that would be awesome. Alright. But we could do Fire Elemental. And that's going to do 3 damage to it. And it's going to make it a 7. A 7/7. Alright. It looks like we're going to have to attack with multiple minions anyways.
What to do?
Okay, so let's play this out then, because he's a big body. He's a good threat. And we're actually going to trade with our little healing totem here, since it got moved into an adjacent spot with the flame tongue. So it got a buff. Alright, now we're going to actually start looking how much damage we have. We have 11, 12, 13, 14 if we buff one of our other guys. Alright. So we don't have the damage, so we'll probably have to... Well, maybe we need to make some trades. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we just play out some more minions. Let's play out this Haunted Creeper, and we're going to put it on the right, on this other side. If our healing totem dies, then our Haunted Creeper is going to get to be next to the Flame Tongue. And...
You must cleanse the Sunwell.
just buff up one of our guys, and we're just going to actually go face. We're going to be super aggressive. We have a taunt up and a lot of minions out, so he's going to have to do a lot of board clear or trading here. Okay, Holy Nova deals 2 damage to all of our minions and heals his for 2. Alright.
Well played. You have better.
Yay! We won that one too. Awesome. And look at that, we're on a win streak. Perfect. Alright. And we hit level 11! Sweet! Alright. So, 400 gold. We did pretty well today, you guys. We completed 3 quests. We got up to 400 gold. We got to rank 20 and earned our card back for the month. We are on a win streak. So even if we log out and log back in at a later time and we win again, we're still on a win streak. We got to level 11 on our shaman. We leveled up our paladin some. We earned our pack from Brawl. Some good stuff today. So I think that is going to do it for this week's Free to Play Friday. Thank you guys so much for coming in, hanging out, and if you are watching this as a YouTube video or past broadcast, thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you guys back here again. So, thank you guys so much. See you later.